I'm Hassan, I'm 18 and I'm from Old Trafford in Manchester. Racism still exists in the UK. It's widespread, but it's gone underground now. It's in our universities, in our education system, in our criminal justice system. It's not calling someone on the street a racist slur. My background is mainly Pakistani/Indian. So from my mum's side resided in Pakistan. Even before the partition, they were on the Pakistani side, but my dad's family, particularly my granddad, he was part of the partition and he was a Indian refugee, and hearing his stories, it was quite harrowing, and it really made clear to me that my heritage is a really deep and emotional story. You have like this whole label on you as this second-gen immigrant, and that you must assimilate within the culture and you must forget your own culture. You can't have like both. You must choose either you're British or you're Pakistani. You can't be both. And to me, it's just shocking that that culture exists, because I'm a proud British Pakistani. I can speak 3 languages, and I will speak them in Morrison's, on the bus, wherever I want, because it is my freedom to do so, and it is within my rights to do so. And I refuse to be the good migrant. I refuse to be this perfect person who assimilates and forgets his culture. Within like the realms of British people and the treatment of British Pakistanis, in my experience it's been fairly good, but we've been a minority which has been quite abusive. Like when my mum came here first, she used to get attacked, and like literally she was at the phone booth and someone just chucked fish and chips on and stuff like that. But it's just generally that like the fact is that we need to remind British people that racism does still exist and that they still do have white privilege. Pressures from like Pakistani culture are quite extreme too. It's like to be this good Muslim boy who like supports his parents and who's the role model to his nephews and nieces, and who's this really religious person, but it's really hard to comply when you're juggling so many things at once, being an activist, a student, and just generally being you and having a social life. It's really hard to juggle being a good son, the good Muslim, the good immigrant, and a whole host of other hats which I wear. I feel that like the younger generations are of course more open-minded. Like the older generations are what my mum and dad call Purane Khiyalat ke, which translates directly into old thinkers, because they have like traditional norms within their heads, whereas like the young people like me, we embrace both sides, and for example, especially around like LGBT rights. So I feel like the newer generations are more liberal than the older one, but apart from that, there's not much of a difference between the two, because they still have their cultural heritage in their minds. I'd never change my heritage, because like as I've learned more about it, I've learned my people are really tough people and they've endured a lot, and I really respect them for what they've endured, especially my mum and dad coming to this country at such a young age. I'm proud to be a brown person living within Britain, and I'm proud to be a British Pakistani.